Should we develop non-human minds?
I could manipulate or possibly
Flood the internet with AI friends
to go out and figure out the most efficient way to
upend parts of our lives.
That is the world we are moving into.
Gemini has so many different personalities.
Hello people, and say welcome to another wonderful day on God's green hell. I mean our little blue paradise, where people feel no fear, hunger, and there is no such thing as war. All because we are going to save the world by having our friendly AI Gemini build us a Dyson Sphere. But first, let's ask Gemini.
Easy.
Oh really?
Unfortunately, building a Dyson Sphere is beyond our technological capabilities.
Well, okay, how about if we do it in the video game Dyson Sphere Program?
Yes.
So let's go ahead and start building our Dyson Sphere in Dyson Sphere Program. But before we go, let's turn off enemy forces. I think I only have the brain capacity for one enemy AI, and that is Gemini. And with all the setup out of the way, let's go. And here is our Icarus, the mecha that will build our Dyson Sphere, with its starting space capsule. So let's ask Gemini what we're going to do about that space capsule. Those are a lot of words, Gemini, but at least I got the answer that I needed. And if you actually read what it says to you, most of it is just plain wrong. Like plastic. You definitely don't get plastic from disassembling this space capsule, but let's go break it down so that we can get some of its resources back. None of which is plastic. Come on Gemini, it's been 1 minute and you're already making mistakes. People are going crazy thinking about you killing them. But let's see if we can find a way to make Gemini give me a much shorter and concise answer. And it does everything but that. It just gives you a long-ass answer, very similar to the first one. What have I gotten myself into? Okay, let's keep going. Maybe it will get better. So I ask it what I should build first, and it gives me the most generic-ass answer. Oh yeah, just build a miner, place it on some random-ass resource. Okay, let's refine that. So I ask which ore deposit I should place it on first. Okay, iron. That I can work with. But then I remember I can't just build a miner from the get-go. It needs technology. Okay, let's see if Gemini can answer that. Wait, what miner? And just so everyone else knows, I was using the speech-to-text function, and it gave me minor. I'm sorry, but I'm not a 42-year-old married man who wants to hook up with a minor and then face zero repercussions over it. But anyway, back to Dyson Sphere. Once again, Gemini gives us the wrong information. The mining tech is locked behind electromagnetism. There's no such thing as basic production. Okay, so for the sake of moving this thing forward, I'm going to pretend that it told me electromagnetism. So I asked him how I could get the materials for the research. And instead of giving me a workable answer, it just gives me this vague reply. It feels like listening to a politician. Okay, let's try this prompt. I wanted it to search the internet and give me a step-by-step list of what I should do. Okay, this looks better, but still a lot of the information is incorrect. Like build a solar panel, you just can't build a solar panel this early on. Looks like I have to take executive action. So let's go mine some iron ore. And while we're busy, I'm going to ask Gemini this one simple question. How much iron ore should I mine? And of course, instead of giving me a usable answer, it gives me another vague answer. Yes, I know it's a balancing act, but I need you to give me an exact number. Finally. An answer I can actually use. Okay, I need 200 to 300. Let's mine 200 for now because 300 is a bit too much, and my mech's energy is gonna run out. Should I even ask Gemini about this? Let's see. And as expected, it's a long and inaccurate reply. And it linked, what's this? Solar energy and its countless benefits for the power grid. Gemini, I'm playing a video game, okay? Stop linking me real-life stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna do executive action for this one. Let me just put this hydrogen fuel rods into my mech so that we can get power. Now it's time to argue with Gemini once again. And after minutes of trying to get a useful answer out of it, we eventually get one. 100 to 150 units of copper. And all it took was 10 minutes of my time, and we're already 23 minutes in and built absolutely nothing. Alright, let's do it. Let's be productive. Let's go get 150 units of copper. Alright, that's good enough, I think. You know what? I'm not gonna even ask Gemini about this one. My mecha needs fuel and these trees are perfect biofuels. Let's just put 100 logs into my mecha and we have power. Alright, magic conch shell. What should I do next?
Nothing.
It keeps asking me to research basic production, but what I need is electromagnetism for my miners. And no matter how hard I try to guide it, it just keeps giving me this answer. Number 1, research basic production. Number 2, build a solar panel. And it just keeps giving me the wrong answers on and on and on. And so I just tell it the real answer. It's electromagnetism. Okay, so to the next part, we're going to need a layout for our base. No, not this kind of layout. Okay, we are in Dyson Sphere Program. Dyson Sphere, not fear. Bro, even the speech-to-text function is fucking around with me. And then it gives me this answer about Factorio. It says right there Factorio on the link, Gemini. It's a Factorio cheat sheet. Do it again. Alright, that is definitely Dyson Sphere Program. Finally, we can progress again. Except there's one problem. These don't have numbers. If we're going to build a Dyson Sphere, we need the exact plan. So Gemini, make me a diagram. What? That's Factorio all over again. This is the state of the AI that's supposed to kill all of us? All it's been doing is giving me the wrong shit. Okay, maybe we need to rethink. Maybe we need to find the magical keyword. The one that will solve all our problems. And it turns out all you had to do was tell it you were neurodivergent, and it will give you a shorter answer, with a visual representation too. There's still a lack of numbers, and it still wants me to build solar panels. Alright, let's just be direct. Solar panels are not available. Instead, I have wind turbines. Okay, it's the exact same answer as before, except it now has wind turbines. But now the diagram is missing. Can you give me a visual representation? There it is, a working diagram. Still no numbers, but let's go. So to research electromagnetism, I need 10 magnetic coils. So let's go ahead and make some. Research that electric boogaloo. And we have miners, with an E. Now the original plan says assembler, but what we need is a smelter. But you know what, that's close enough. Let's build our very first building, and it only took us 49 minutes. Now let's cover all 5 nodes, put a wind turbine down for power, and we have ourselves a nice little mining operation. And then let's stack up to automatic metallurgy for the smelters, and now we wait for the Icarus to manually produce everything, and research everything. And it's done. Now let's place it in a position that will piss off a lot of players, but we're just following Gemini's orders. So we're gonna do it inefficiently and form a straight line, just like Gemini wanted us to. Now let's connect all of these together, and we finally achieved something. But the design requires an assembler. So let's put one down and link it directly. Oh wait, it's too close. Okay, there and here. And perfect. Now we need power. But the design only says exactly one wind turbine. So Gemini, what's your solution for a neurodivergent man? Alright, nothing changed, so I'm gonna ask again. Okay, so Gemini wants me to put it at the back, which is not going to help. And it keeps giving me the same answer no matter how many times I try. So I think it's time for some executive action. Now, what should we produce in this assembler? What should I produce in the assembler? Okay, this is not really an answer. I can't really do any of these steps without establishing my copper. And before I could get mad at Gemini again, it breaks. Alright, time to chill. Buy myself a cup of coffee and go back to get mad at Gemini again. And surprisingly, after the restart, Gemini managed to give me a correct answer. Kind of. Screws don't exist in this game, and we're still very far away from plastic. So let's use the most usable answer and start producing gears. Okay, that's one simple production line down. A very inefficient production line. So, okay Gemini, give me the exact next thing I should do. Okay, when I meant exact, I meant a short answer. So, give me a short, exact answer. Okay, that is a short and exact answer, but it's just wrong. There's no such thing as advanced production in Dyson Sphere Program. Maybe it's giving me Factorio tech, and with a stroke of luck we arrive at a usable answer. But it's still insisting on going iron ore. So I reminded about copper. It acknowledges the error, but still lists iron ore anyway. Thanks, Gemini. Guess I'll just go do everything myself then. I'm gonna use the design it made for the iron ore one, because it's basically the same. Alright, copper smelting done. Now let's place an assembler over here. And I wanted to produce some magnetic coils, which require copper ingots and magnets. But I'm also going to need some circuits, or circuit boards. And I asked Gemini, and in just one reply, he actually gave me a usable answer. Well, kind of. So he wants iron factory, sorter, belt, sorter, copper factory. Okay, let's start with a conveyor belt. Link it from the iron factory to the copper factory. Put out some sorters to transfer the resources. Do it on the other side too. And we're done. Oh yeah, I forgot the copper. Let's link him with a sorter. And circuits are a go. Okay, Gemini, what's next? What? Oh, come on, Gemini. Why are you linking me IRL stuff? Oh cool, wind farms in the EU. Just what I needed. And after a while it gives me an answer. Here's a simplified layout. That's not exactly simple, but at least it's linking me Dyson Sphere Program this time. Alright, this one's better. So 4 miners, 2 smelters, 4 assemblers. Okay. Let's put that in our factory. Power it up. And do I really want 4 miners and 4 assemblers with just 2 smelters? Nah, but we are going to need some stone for our storage devices. You know what, I'm just gonna take executive action again and establish my own stone production. And there we have it, some stone brick production. A necessary requirement to build storage devices. Let's use our first storage on it, then in our iron factory, and of course in our copper factory. Man, how much faster I work without Gemini. But the video is about Gemini, which has reverted to long, vague answers. Come on, Gemini, please work. Alright, electronic circuits, we're done with that, but we all know it doesn't use plastic. Frames, we can't produce that yet, and also it does not use plastic. What's next? You're gonna tell me glass and titanium require plastic too? Ah no, at least you got those two right. And I feel like I'm forgetting about one basic material. Gemini, how about the magnets and magnetic coils?
You're absolutely right. I apologize for the oversight.
Okay, that's just wrong. First of all, you don't need plastic. And you also don't need an assembler to make magnets. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore everything it said. So I'm gonna place this miner on another iron node, put down a smelter to melt that iron into magnets, power it up, make some storage space, deliver copper to the area using a belt, plop down our assembler, and finally power it up. And we have magnetic coils. And let's not forget our storage. And you know what? Let's build some more. And we have to go back to Gemini. Okay, I'm done with my magnets and magnetic coil production. Now what is the next exact step I should do? Okay, more vague answers. Can you be more specific? This is not really specific. Also, my power supply is okay. I should be producing something. Okay, it wants me to diversify production and produce plastic? I don't know what's going on with Gemini, but it is obsessed with solar panels and plastic. And it keeps repeating answers even though you said it's wrong. And it's really starting to feel like this.
Could I have something to eat?
No.
Could I have something to eat?
No.
Could I have something to eat?
No.
Can't you say anything else but no?
Try asking again.
Can I have something to eat?
No.
And honestly, I'm feeling like Squidward right now. Oh, and also, did you notice that Squidward's hands were also yellow? Bet you didn't notice that. And it's been 2 hours. And I'm not feeling very hopeful about this Dyson Sphere. 2 hours just to be able to produce the most basic research material, the blue matrix. Something that can be easily done within 30 minutes or even less. And producing the more advanced matrices only gets more complicated from here. And Gemini just keeps giving me all the wrong answers. Like asking me to build something that is beyond my current research. So I take executive control once again and start building my base. Building up the necessary structures needed to produce hydrogen and graphite. Both of which are needed to produce the next tier of research material, the red matrix. All in around just 30 minutes. Also, we could research level 2 of the drive engine. And what happens when we finish this research? Well, our tiny little Icarus can now do this. And if you go high enough, you can escape the failures of your past. And you know what they say about a moving object in space? It's gonna keep going forward until it hits something. Or until everything starts to disappear. And what have I learned from this little escapade? Well, for playing Dyson Sphere Program, Gemini is definitely not it. It's just leading me to Factorio. And it's also obsessed with solar power and plastic. Gemini is also unable to make any layouts or designs by itself. And with our failure of a Mimosa 2.8 light years away from us, we'll forget it ever happened. And if you like this video, please don't forget to drop it a like and put any ideas you have down on the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That is all for this video, and thank you for watching.